Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry. As we get into tonight's free video, this is a view of the dashboard that I use in Thinkorswim throughout the day. Helps me keep an eye on the market internals, the indices, and then a few of the individual equities that I kind of like to drill down into and focus on. And with that, I'd like to bring you some analysis for tonight's review in Tesla and Nvidia. I like to bring you these two names because, they're important as far as the broad market. There's plenty of liquidity in them, and I think in the case of Tesla, some unique relationships between voodoo lines and key gamma strikes. So I have used this phrase before. The markets move between those two areas, and you can see that this morning. Now, that is not to say that either of these levels are impenetrable or anything of the nature. Obviously, markets move and levels are cleared and broken all the time. But look at how we open up today with the idea that from Friday, you close right at 220. So on Friday, 220 was the largest gamma strike. So you see that influence where it had some weakness on Friday, then it had some strength, and at the end of it, it closes unchanged, much ado about nothing, to crush out that premium at 220. Then you get this week underway, where you get this big move straight up into the call wall. Now to that point, you can probably see the magnetic attraction from 220 up into 230. But the market does not stop there, right? That level is exceeded, and it just keeps on going, showing us in my mind that it is stronger than that. But then look at this pullback. This is where the voodoo lines come into play, where I know that tree line was exceeded on that first move right out of the gates. But that is what we're looking for with this study set, are instances where we get above a level, hold the pullback to it, and then not only can we try to use this as an area of support, but we may be able to see it go up here and test the tree line on the other end. So this is all to say that as I see this off of Monday's close, some participants are going to be trapped, right? Because bears from last week are offsides on Monday, and then you move into the close with a fresh 15-minute squeeze. So if the call wall rolled up overnight, which we'll know first thing tomorrow morning, that's part of this equation, then the other piece is if you can gap up, right? Because if Tesla starts with any kind of a bid, anyone that was offsides from Friday will continue to be so, and I think you could probably squeeze them into about that 241. So that's some pretty clean movement between those two areas of the market. And then here coming over to Nvidia. So with Nvidia, this actually looks a little bit more bearish. So I may or may not trade this short. We'll have to see how it's acting on Tuesday. But what I wanted you to see here was that same thing with the hedge wall. Because if you open up your charts on Monday and you're ready to get things started and you see, all right, Nvidia's got this bid going, do you see how this call wall did turn prices pretty directly lower? And then your decision by this tree line does not hold support. So if the hedge wall continues to act as resistance and none of these other levels can provide a bounce, well, then I think you could be setting up a move down into 100. So that's a bigger question mark in the market. Obviously, chips are going to be important at this time, and will help set the stage for the next leg. So we'll see how these mega cap earnings go, but I wanted to bring those for reflective levels into tomorrow, and I hope you find it a helpful complement to your analysis. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you in the next free video. Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful. And if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.